Hey everyone, what's going on? My name is Dan Giesling and welcome to Spray Ship Episode 2. What is Spray Ship? Spray Ship is when we take a look at the latest Star Citizen concept ship release and talk about the best features, share our opinion, and then at the end we enhance the look of the ship with our own paint spray with our phenomenal Photoshop skills. And this week we have up the Dragonfly, which is Star Citizen's equivalent of the space motorcycle. And we're going to be taking a look at the brochure that comes with the ship. You can download this right from robertspaceindustriescom. There'll be a link in the description below. But I'm going to read a little blurb, and then we're going to get right into the opinion piece of this. So this is right from the website. It's durable and inexpensive. The Dragonfly can be operated by a lone rider, a team of two, or serve as part of an intergalactic motorcycle gang like other Drake ships. It is designed to operate along other ship platforms. Imagine loading up a Caterpillar with a trio of Dragonflies, flying close support and retrieval for a Cutlass Red ambulance, or strafing a massive cargo ship. It's all possible with the 2947 Drake lineup. So here's a letter from the Drake CEO. I'm excited about this because it's very different than anything else that's been released in Star Citizen so far. So here's our first look at the Drake Dragonfly. And, you know, it looks like you kind of would expect a space motorcycle to look. It's got a little bit of a pod racer feel to it, but I think it's different enough where it distinguishes itself from that. The cool thing about this ship, or the unique thing about this ship, that you need to know is that there's no quantum drive on the ship. So what does that mean? It means that this ship by itself cannot jump from Port Olisar to Comrade 325 to Port Korea. Okay, so what has to happen is that another ship has to transport it. So imagine that loading this up in the back of your Freelancer, or they've gone on record and said, hey, you can store up to 3 Dragonflies in the Caterpillar, which is the big cargo ship, which we're going to talk about for a minute at the end. But it's cool, because this one of the things they mentioned could be like a motorcycle gang. I think it'll be cool to see it in the game. It'll be interesting to see how well it stands up against, say 3 Dragonflies against a Hornet, but I know that's not necessarily the situation for this particular ship. What is cool, as you can see here, is that it can go from space to land. This shot right here is a little bit of a Star Wars Episode 7 feel to it, but I think it's cool. I can imagine, going through different planets and scanning. You hop out, maybe you have one of these in the back of your Freelancer, you hop on this and you go scan the planet as opposed to flying around your Freelancer, because this is going to be way more maneuverable than probably any other ship that we've seen so far. It's another kind of cool look at it. Maybe you have a death warrant if you're fighting on one of these things, but it's cool that you can essentially squad up, and it's a unique feature on this, and I think it's cool. I think this is something that we haven't really seen in any space games, to have this kind of ship that can go in between other ships and have the ability to scan both space and land. But yeah, so I think that's going to be cool. There is a special yellow variant right now. You see these yellow variants that you can buy right now if you pre-order. And of course, I love how they do these brochures. So of course, in the brochure, they are starting to advertise the Open Canopy Space Racing League. So I'd imagine, you're going to be able to race these Dragonflies. Also, this has a little bit of a Rebel in the upper left-hand corner. You can't see my mouse, but in the upper left-hand corner, it's got a little bit of a Rebel logo feel for the Racing League. That's kind of cool. And yellow is the new black. I can appreciate that. So I like this. I'm a big fan of bright colors on ships, and I like the way this looks. It may not be the most stealth-like, but I think it's cool. And, here's another angle at this. And a couple other things I wanted to mention is that I think this is going to be really useful to explore, a lot of different crevasses, or imagine that, space wreckage. We kind of, right now we will pull up in our Hornet or our Freelancer, and the nose of our ship will crash into, the boxes of cigars or whatnot. But, imagine weaving in and out with this thing. I think it's going to be really cool. And while I do like the yellow variant, to me, I think this is really, really slick. And I like, although yellow is the new black is I guess you could call it pop culture, and I like it. I do like just the simple tag, go dark. This is what I can see being very, very useful in different situations, and I think this is just another tool in the game that is going to make for a lot of natural organic situations coming up. So imagine, you know, raiding a capital ship with a swarm of these, and maybe one of you on a Dragonfly are able to somehow attach or get in, or find a situation where, you know, you can maybe sneak up on one and they don't know, and you have a chance to enter the ship. That's where I think this is going to be really cool. Not to mention, I think this will be, I'm going to predict that this is going to be the ship of choice on, you know, any sort of planet side exploration for sure. I think it's going to look really cool. So and then here's, you're getting a look at, and they're smart now. They did this in the Dragonfly brochure. They start to drop pictures of the caterpillar, which in this brochure they say, hey, it can hold up to three dragonflies, which is pretty cool. Here's another standout piece. This just to me looks like when Rey's and the Speed are going by the downed Imperial starship. That's just cool. So here's some more specs for those of you guys that are into it. I know that it has 2 class 1 hard points, so it'd be similar to like the M50. So I always appreciate the technical aspect of this, because they don't really, you know, just wing it when they design these ships. So there's a scanner, shield generator, avionics, and then you have a front weapon, ammo box, passenger seat, fuel tank, power plant. This actually has a cargo capacity of 1, which is really, to me, where I can see this thing being the most useful in conjunction with the Caterpillar. So a Caterpillar is a big cargo ship. These things can hold 1 unit of cargo. Maybe these guys go search on the surface, find some cargo, bring it back to the ship. You got a squad of 3 doing that. It's cool. There's just a lot of different gameplay elements that can come up as a result of having this, you know, this utility ship in the fold. Another little Buccaneer ad in the brochure. I can appreciate this because I'm excited because I did buy this. Another cool thing, they have different color swatches for this. Right now just yellow and black are available, but hey, I'm guessing somewhere down the line you're probably gonna have the ability to get multiple colors. Well, probably red will be on deck. Also, we may have to get a metallic gold to match the Yeezy suit. You're gonna see this in a new thumbnail coming soon. Castac arms. I'm guessing this is gonna be a new sort of weapon dealer, but you will see 100%. You'll see this picture in a thumbnail on one of our videos in the future. And then more talking about the racing here. A little insurance, and that's the end of the brochure. So I think we pretty much hit all the points. Now let's talk about, hey, how much is this thing actually gonna cost here? So the way this is currently set up, and are you gonna buy it or are you not? So you can buy the black one for $35, you can buy the yellow variant for $35, you can buy both together and save $5 for $65 US, or in a very smart way, they've bundled them with the Caterpillar. So you can buy the Caterpillar and 2 Dragonflies for $300 US. Very interesting setup there. I'm not gonna talk about if I'm gonna buy the Caterpillar pack or not, but anyways, let's go ahead and say what this ship reminds me of. So this is the part of the show where we go ahead and break out our phenomenal Photoshop skills. And when I first saw this layout, here's what I thought. Let me go ahead and get the color palette out here. So this had a really, we need to go a little lighter here. This had a really, right when I saw this, I'm like, this reminds me of something that I've seen before. And let's see how we do here. You just gotta bear with me here. And as we add some eyes here, maybe starts to take a little shape. But I do like, you know, I was wondering how, you know, they've been talking about the Drake Caterpillar for a while, or excuse me, the Drake Dragonfly for a while, and I'm like, okay, how are they gonna do a space motorcycle and not make it look like kind of janky? And I think they've found a great way to do just that. I'm very surprised how much I really enjoy the design. I guess I shouldn't be at this point. All the ships they designed have been pretty awesome, but I just didn't think I would have any use for a space motorcycle. But after seeing this, it's kind of changed my mind. So when I saw this is what I saw. I saw a dude, but it's not just any dude. It is one of the guys from Transformers. To me, it just has a nice Transformer-like body. And what do they have? I don't remember from the 80s, they also had like a little thing in the middle where like you had as a kid, it had like that little metallic push button deal. So anyway, so the real question is, what do we think about the Drake Dragonfly? Is it a buy, or is it a not buy, or a pass, or a hold, or a really does it come down? Are we going to buy this thing or are we not? Well, here's your answer. In my opinion, if you are interested in different types of gameplay, it is an overwhelming buy. And for me, the problem is now becoming orange is not the new black. I'll say orange is the new rip wallet. But for me, the question now becomes, do we buy the Caterpillar pack with it? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Spray Ship. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, hitting the like button helps out a ton. And let me know in the comments below if you plan on buying the Drake Dragonfly. And if so, what you plan on using for. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode of Spray Ship. And if this is your first time at the channel, we post a new Star Citizen gameplay video every single morning at 9 a.m. Eastern on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.